box and find time and space. He's that real sort of power to Jack Steele's just wear you down.
But they're going to rely on, Burns, who's lightly raced in terms of football, midfield footy, and another young kid, Owens. I mean, that's St Kilda are looking for that midfield depth, and in really key roles going into the early stage of the season, due to their injury profile, they're relying on young players to come in and play those roles. Yeah. Now, if they can play their role well and get the job done, well, then the Saints could go well. But we can't expect that. You can't expect that consistently, but can it happen tonight?
They need it, because they are thin. So Billings plays a wing role. Clark, that was going to spend more time through there. Jones, who they recruited. Canterbury and Ryan.
That's Jackson and Brooke Warren, who son and daughter, of course, a great late friend here. So a great St Kilda man that he was, and a great St Kilda family.
Yeah, absolutely. Passionate supporters. Jacko supported Fremantle for a while there, which drove Shane absolutely nuts. He's made the jump.
Go again, stuck up, go again, that's all right.
Still they can't get one on the end here.
Yeah, it's ahead. Yep. Well done. Right.
Good work. 7:08. Wickets taken by the great man, and he's the number that we most connect to him. And this is the box. There's some familiar names up there.
Yeah, there's Keith, Shane's old man, Keith, and
Michael Vaughan behind the TV.
Vaughnie there. Family in the front row.
So this is it. Let's get to some what ifs here and just see how this all pans out. And I just on Gresham, I love the fact that he brings something different. I mean, Crouch is, what you'll get from Crouch, you'll get his 25 to 30, you'll bang it forward, but he's got a touch of class. Gets the job done really, really well. Pendlebury at half-back, tell me about that. How's it going to work? Will they go to work on it? Can they try and expose him? What's the genesis behind this?
How would that conversation have gone, first and foremost? Hey, we want you to play half-back.
We did it for periods early last year. He doesn't have the leg speed to be able to defend the way he needs to defend, but he needs pressure at the line of the contest to be able to set himself up and do his job.
Brad Hill just allowed to run around all night?
I wouldn't have thought so. Same as Scott Pendlebury. I mean, you go to half-back for a reason, and that's to set up play and become an architect. So if you want to take that ability to rebound and break the lines away, it's not a hard tag, but as soon as St Kilda win possession, I'm getting to Brad Hill.
Geordie, is Darcy Moore go to Max King?
He will, I reckon, and the only other option is Howie. But I think Darcy Moore will do it. And what you're talking about, giving him a run and jump, that's exactly what Darcy does, because he backs himself. He comes off his direct opponent, and you will see two big jumpers going for the highest point. I think you'll see Max King take a few as a result of that.
Do it at your peril,
And Jordan De Goey is the other one who's of great fascination. There's the matchup that we're talking about. De Goey in the centre square at the moment, so he'll push forward at the appropriate time. Lots on the line. Perfect matchup. Only one can go in, surely. Let's get this thing underway. And what a big night for the Dacos family. We'll be back at quarter time.
Round one, Grundy and Marshall. O'Gorman lets it rip. Grundy maybe just. Steele was in there first, though. Did well, Crouch. A little gimme kick. Got clobbered there. Wide to Mackenzie, picked up by Dacos. Josh to De Goey. De Goey short. Finds the opportunity with Lipinski. Good recruit for the Pies. Lipinski could have gone short. Does in the end go short. And underneath all of that, I think it is Bianco.
It is. Quick release for Lipinski, gets closed down with the space, gets a left foot ball away, it's a good one. Myercheck gets on the end of it.
Some really good leading patterns in that forward 50 early here for Collingwood. We know Myercheck will always come at the footy, as will Jamie Elliott. Bianco did as well, and even if you don't mark the ball when you lead up, you're opening up space behind you.
Myercheck, set shot, be a good start this for Collingwood. If he can slot it, he sprays it right.
They've thrown to go into the middle, had an impact straight away. Work to the outside.
Good crowd, as you can see in here for this Friday night game at Marvel.
Outside
under the roof. Battle, who's this year looking like he's got the job in defence. Imagine happy to concede to the boundary. So there's a few positional changes on each side in terms of what they've previously done. Battle one of those. Grundy. Marshall from behind. Steele to Goey. Set it up there for Lipinski. Wilkie. Probably out of bounds before Steele got the handball, but umpire says keep going. No problems, Quainer. Couldn't get it the first go. Moore had a second go as well. Quainer again, little handball. Through traffic on that occasion was McKenzie. Up into the forward end, Max King, bust one. Got him in the tackle, Dacos. Crisp, soccer off the ground, not far enough. Hill had it, Dacos again, and now Howe.
Can't get it through, Howe. Second go. Wobbles it to centre-half forward, Wilkie Parkfield.
Already seeing the Collingwood backs are really aggressive in their positioning up the ground. St Kilda had forwards out. If they won a 50-50 ball, they would have been out.
Ross short. Crouch.
Outside 5.
Sits it up. And no run at the footy allowed for King, but he goes back, makes a contest, and then Marshall's little left foot ball. Does it get over the line? No. King again. Imagine. Here's Dacos on debut, and he coughs it up. Got a little bit of body heat as he kicked it. And Mason Wood, who's a left footer, gets a look. A few of the Saints get him. Verbally, the young fella. Now there's a bit of brotherly support.
Taylor.
He's going to go around the corner here, Mason Wood. He does that beautifully. First blood, Saints. Bit of feeling creeping in.
Expect nothing less. The Saints are going to test the young fella out with a little bit of verbal.
There you go, guys.
And expect the Collingwood leaders to come in and stick up for Nick.
There's that quick surge under pressure. Smart positioning by St Kilda players, but afterwards, a little bit of a scuffle there. Taylor Adams going in there to look after his teammates.
Good on him,
yeah, exactly right. Everyone's pumped up to the start of the season, but the older senior players, if someone's going to go to a younger teammate, you go in there and look after him.
He'll go home and watch that on the video. Would next time he step across the goal line and concede the behind?
Yes, yeah. If you get under pressure, you probably go back and that's the thing. First game of the year, you make those decisions, make those mistakes.
Saints' first goal. Razor. Grundy. Crouch.
Jamie Elliott in the centre bounce there to go in now at full forward. So it looks like those two are going to rotate as the deepest forward and through the middle at the centre bounce.
Lipinski. High ball. Plenty in this one. Good leap at the footy on that occasion from Howard. Couldn't bring it in. McCreary. Little handball over the top there is Elliott that Richo just spoke about. Dacos, Josh, goes to the boundary and finds Henry. So Henry, hard shot here.
In his short career, he has shown that he can find space inside 50, Henry. The natural forward.
Great angle shot at it here, Richo, isn't it? Right over his right shoulder here. Perfect look at it for those sitting at home. Now deciding that the left foot around the body is better. Didn't get it to spin very well. Half torped it in the end and put it across the face. That'll be out of bounds, touched off hands.
That's right on the edge of distance to be going around your body. That often happens. Probably just a little bit too far out for that kick then, particularly on his left side.
So they get a forward 50 stoppage here, Collingwood. Grundy works his way to the front. To go, he tried to, in fact, it was Adams tried to pound through. Howard outside of the boot. McCreary, side bottom. Sits it to a dangerous spot. To go, in from the side, and then he hacks it out of the air, just missing.
He's so lively out forward. Started in the centre, got a clearance out, but when he's in the forward line, he creates something out of nothing.
Sinclair, runner up in there. Best and fairest last year. Side bottom. Starting to really accrue the games. 265th game for Steele side bottom. What a player he's been. He'll end up certainly fourth in the history of Collingwood games played as a minimum.
We can see Scotty Pendlebury just dropping off the back of the stoppage. He's ready to rebound if they lose the stoppage.
Grundy, Ross, Lipinski, Crisp. Steele did well to extract. Gresham, Butler, intelligent. Wood, turnover. Look at Collingwood surge here. Side bottom with a Mungler, a tumbler. Myercheck runs onto it and goals. Collingwood get there first. Surging play is the moment they got it, and there's a few scraps going on in the middle as well. And there's just a little bit of angst in this game. It's a nice spice that we're adding.
Could have gone either way in the middle there, BT. The Saints, if they had won the ball, they were out moving forward with the footy. It was bouncing around like a pinball there. Went to Collingwood, surge mentality. The Saints looked like they could have been out here. That handball went astray, and sometimes those mongrel kicks inside forward 50 work out pretty well, and Myercheck, such a mobile forward, finishes it off.
It's so much about how Collingwood are going to start to come forward to defend. Great example of it there, middle of the ground. So Cox into the ruck.
It is really aggressive. You can really notice it.
Little hand on it. Crisp trying to barge his way out of a St Kilda tackle. It's always going to be tough to do.
Stands!
Steele. What a star he's become. Inside ball, just got over the back of Higgins. Howe, they control that. Okay, Collingwood. Dacos here with the left. Out of play, not a bad result.
Good position to start your career, half-back. Work your way into the game.
Hodgie certainly enjoyed it.
Pick and choose when you man up. You can see Steele side bottom just sitting off the back of the stoppage.
Marshall, Cox, and there's Crisp did well. Lipinski out of side. Elliott, good hands, good player. Here's they go. Get it in long. Howard with a fist. And here they come crushing in after it. Ginnivan just could not get boot to ball and are behind the result.
The quick ball movement really is going to suit this Collingwood forward line. They're all mobile. They're not overly tall, but they're all mobile. Myercheck, Elliott, Degoe, Henry.
And very good when there's space around.
Yeah, they're going to love that quick style that's happening early here.
Howard gets every metre he can. Higgins.
Stand!
Looking sharp. Steele started well. Goes to Ross.
Stand!
Swinging it around here at the moment. Got Mackenzie wide if he wants. Shows off a little bit more with Kent. Kent can go. Got a good left foot. We know that. Long, deep ball. Gresham just trying to outmaneuver Moore, but Moore went for the all or nothing.
I was just watching the Collingwood backline, and they had Darcy Moore, they had Pendlebury, they had Howe all sitting off. They weren't picking up a man. They were zoning off within 10 to 15 metres of an opponent, but just so they could do that. If the ball came in, they had one or two of them going towards the contest.
To the front, Cox. Howe barges through. Good result too for Elliott. See how quickly they want to move the ball, Collingwood. Jordan Degoe. Nothing to go to, so he flicks it sideways to the skipper.
Just about the first backwards kick we've seen from Collingwood.
Last resort, isn't it, for them? Yeah. You can see it already. Moore, he can go. And he does. Long, penetrating ball. Gets all the way to the back, and Bianco. Early in the game, but he's outside of the arc. It'll take a good kick. He just wants to set it up. Nest of players at ground level. Cox slapped it out. There's Dacos. Got it to Ginnivan. Now Lipinski. Can he finish on the left? Yes, he can. Started nicely, the Maggies. Lipinski at his new club. That'll make him feel very good.
It was that kick there, put to the top of the goal square, 30 metres out straight in front, which creates an opportunity. There wasn't a mark, but a few knock-ons, a couple handball back from the stoppage as the St Kilda numbers sort of got attached to the ball, and then they fed it back, and a nice little goal there.
Started very well. Patrick Lipinski, cross line, having a bit of a look here tonight. To Goey. Spent a lot of time down at Leopold, I'm told, while he wasn't able to train at Collingwood with Gary Hocking, who coaches the Leopold Footy Club. There's Mackenzie. High footy over the back. Membry was there. It almost stuck in the glove. Then the little soccer side bottom didn't panic, neither did Howe. Moore tries to slide it down the ground to Ginnivan, but slotting in front was Payton. King pointing where he wanted it. High footy, Howe did well. Last line of defence.
Had 16 players back in the St Kilda forward 50 there, Collingwood. Now, it's always going to be tough to mark the football for the Saints.
Imagine to Grundy.
With that as well, though, Richo, if you've got someone back, you're not going to let Howe stand and run and jump at it. A forward should be there, putting some body work into him, and let someone else who's not as capable in the air.
Should at least get to ground. Yep. Shouldn't be a mark like that.
Quainer emerging as a really good player. An early leap from Myercheck. Marshall just stood where he was and took in the end a pretty simple mark. Good player, Ryan Marshall. Sinclair.
That's on 5. That's on 5. Play on.
Takes off. King extends but couldn't hang on. Crisp on his left side. He'll get it now. Good hands from Pendlebury as always. Through the middle of the ground to Goey in all sorts of space. Quick release for Noble. Spreads it wide. Ginnivan. Back to Noble. I'll tell you what it is. It's good to watch footy. The ball is pinging around. Noble. Battle able to take a relieving mark for the Saints.
They need to move that ball faster into the forward line. They had 1v1s all over the forward line, waited for the St Kilda to get back and clog up the hole.
Just notice already, Richo, that clubs, rather than pop it to the edge of the square when they've got that set play, they are looking for different angles and different positions to put it in now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Howe. Membry. Got to go, King. Had a go at it. Now a little bit of tunnelling then from Moore.
That's his first real run and jump at it tonight, Max King.
Long way out, King. Mason Wood there was short. Told to go now. Another example. A little bit further out. The two-footed jump there by Membry. Almost the juggle. So near. Grundy now. Kent got a clean look. Banged it onto the boot very quickly.
Well, that was better, that pop kick from Max King into about 25, 30 metres out.
So that's the one I'm mentioning. Yeah. So rather than putting it to the end of the square, clubs these days are now woken up the fact everyone knows it's going there.
And you can kill the ball easily there, get it through for a point. But that 25, 30 metres out, great contest from Membry. Kept the ball alive. That was the difference from the previous entry. Kept it alive at ground level. Kent kicks a really good goal. Here's the free kick to Max King. And then he put it into a dangerous spot, but well done Membry there. Gets the ball to ground level. Get after it, get some pressure on. A nice finish from Kent.
But you can see how Max King's umpired this year, boys. The Saints people have long thought that he often gets blocked and doesn't get looked after. That was a good call from the umpire. Back in the middle. Marshall slid it back. Burns was taken in a tackle. Rare fumble from side bottom. And the ball comes out eventually. Side bottom got it into the path of Grundy, who just goes off the ground. Good ball won by Patton. He goes long, Quainer. Great one-on-one.
Stand! Play on.
Told to go, Quainer. Cox sizing up this one. Got a good leap at it. Handball over the top, knocked away by McCreery. No one there for the Magpies. So the Saints, through Burns, had to go backwards to Webster and bail out there. Webster long down the line. King comes up to help. Pendlebury knew exactly where it was going. What a great handball. Imagine. Quainer, likewise, out the back door. This guy is just a gun. Crisp, playing well again. There he is, Nick Dacos. Gee, that's dangerous for Noble. Could have been killed. Knocked to ground. It was well done by Wilkie. Now Ross on the end of it. And here they go, the Saints. Can they open them up? Membry out wide. Good mark. Does he want to play on? Is there anything there? Has a look. Waits for something. Told to go now. A little short he does. Finds Butler. He always wants to play on.
The Pies defence held their shape really well.
Where does he stick this? To about 30 out. King and Marshall. It was Grundy in the end that broke it up in the air. Adams absorbed the tackle. Noble, quick release. Nick Dacos. Myercheck. Handball was sloppy and not taken. Battle got a little boot to it. Wilkie involved as well. Myercheck again. Might have got a high tackle and get a free.
I'm loving the run from behind the footy. The handball receives that Collingwood are getting at the moment. 28 to 10 handball receives. If you're playing in the forward half of the ground, you love that. The ball's moving and staying on the move, and a lot easier to get a kick forward when you're getting those handball receives.
Myercheck jumping way too early. Grundy.
Stand! Stand, Roddy! Stand, Roddy!
So Wilkie here. Just slows it down for a rare time in this game. Slides it down the line here. Once again, Myercheck competing with Wood. Noble tackled by Butler. Out the back door, held his feet well. Dacos to Pendlebury. Pendlebury always good. Got it inside, they're away. It was Brown involved initially. Quainer, Dacos, lovely handball, bit hopeful though. G. Marshall came through, tried to spin out of the pack. Taylor Adams, like a bulldozer, put the head down, won it to Quaynor. He goes long and deep. Here they come. Elliott was there. Beautiful punch by Webster. Hill met the ball. He got met solidly as well. Wilkie's there. Crisp as well. They search, they push, they tackle. They're still going. Brown, wonderful. Couldn't make great contact with the footy though. They still go. Punishing here. Brown, beautiful hands, Dacos. Taylor Adams to finish it off. Can he? No. Are the Saints out of trouble? Elliott's got it. Caught in the tackle. Did Ross get in his back? Did he hold it too long? It comes to Noble. Noble could have gone himself. Ginnivan around the corner. Misses. Mana score.
BT, you spoke about the kicking and where they were the offside kick. This is the difference in the Collingwood game style. Normally they'll go long down the line to be safe to go out and play. They went inside. It's risk versus reward. Risky, the fact if the ball gets turned over, St Kilda can go towards goal, but it creates a lot of opportunities for Collingwood moving forward.
Finds Battle.
Thought Noble should have had a shot then, facing the goals. Giving a handball to a person with his back to it.
Pulled that kick, and that's either a marker out the full, but it's a Collingwood ball.
You're running straight at goal anywhere within 45 metres, you have a shot.
Brody Grundy. Myercheck had a couple to beat Ginnivan in a good spot. Around the body, ball could bounce through. It does.
It's a natural goal kicker. This young lad. What a finish. It's not meant to go in bending away from the goal like that.
I actually thought he was going to the top of the goal square when he kicked it.
It's exciting though at the moment, isn't it? The way Collingwood are playing.
He likes having a peep at the scoreboard, I've noticed, Ginnivan.
We should after a goal like that.
Watch Elliott down the pocket. He's it's a great goal, but look at him. Ball's in mid-air, not happy, turn around. Got a fair shock when he's turned around and see the ball goes through the goals.
Not much you can say, is there?
Look at him, not happy.
Turn around and applaud in the end.
And then go and pat him on the back.
Yep. That's all you can do. He's pretty delighted, the young fella.
We're all good. Thank you.
So 5 minutes left. Exciting first quarter, regardless of which team you barrack for here. Really good crowd in. Solid crowd in here tonight. Been a great first round of footy so far. 3 big games. Ross. Crouch knocks in favour of Lipinski. Dragged down on the tackle by Jack Hayes. Out of South Australia, mature age starter here. And
My bad.
already a good player in the sample. Never mind here, JB.
Lipinski might have been held.
Collingwood on the arm. Stand there, please.
Was, so Collingwood will enter 50 again.
Nick Dacos up to 8 touches. Leads everyone on the ground.
Yep.
I'm expecting to see that a lot, Richo.
Yeah.
He's an accumulator.
Yeah.
High and wide. Grundy didn't actually get to the footy. Mason Wood protected from the back, and a necessary mark for him and his club.
He averaged 36 in the under-18s.
Hayes.
I think he'll go close to doing that here once he feels comfortable.
Yeah. I know he didn't play a lot of games last year, but still 36.
Thump it long, but ill-directed. Simple mark for Lipinski.
He's been good too, JB. This is his 8th touch, Lipinski. Look at him set him up off half-back here, Madgen. Now he's got Josh Dacos out wide, Madgen. He elects to take the kick. Elliott was a pretty good kick. It was into the hands of Elliott, couldn't reel it in. Did well Sinclair with the tackle. Careful not to infringe. Gee, it was well done. I think it was Adams. Got it to Myercheck, the bender. Got his second, Myercheck. And they look very, very sharp at the forward end of the ground. The Magpies. Myercheck second.
Great hands there, quick hands off the deck, and it's a classy finish from Myercheck. Taylor Adams' hands, and Jamie Elliott's contest in the air and then at ground level was great as well. You've got to love Myercheck. He just works hard. He deserves everything that comes his way.
No real hide in the bounce again. Ross tumbles it to half forward. Ends up with a pretty good. What about that pickup from King? Off his bootlaces. High one. Holding. Where's it going to the Saints?
That's why both Kings are so impressive. For a person that size to be able to bend over, pick the ball up and kick it in one step. Always going to be a free kick. When you're not watching the ball, you can't wrap your arms around them.
As soon as the arms go around, you're in massive trouble.
Here's big Jack Hayes on debut. He already copped a bit of a clip across the beak.
Great story, this, isn't it, Jack Hayes? Didn't start training there till December. The last spot on the list.
They'll get around him if this goes through. And it does. They come from everywhere.
There goes that first goal. Very smooth run in as well.
Yeah. Just shows you, just stick at it at state level, you can get an opportunity.
I think it's going to happen more and more as we go on. Some of the players around the state legal.
So this is Jack Hayes. You shouldn't be surprised. He's best player on in the grand final in the Sandful last year, won the Jack Odie medal, and he kicks his first goal of the game here. And the family, that's all the family. There's a big crew. There's about 20 of them in there, and they are enjoying that moment full on. Loving it.
It's so good having fans back at the game, BT.
Oh, it's wonderful.
The first gamers, first goal, even for the family as well, to be here to experience and watch it. It's great to see.
It's great.
I felt sorry for first gamers the last few years when there was no one at the footy.
So Jack Hayes, we shouldn't be surprised. He was the best on ground, the equivalent of Norm Smith last year. And
holding, free kick, St Kilda.
So here's Marshall. This is the guy they need to be going all year for them. Marshall, long driving ball, high ball, King in front, slightly out position. Quayne has been under pressure in the back line. Howe squirted it out to Dacos, couldn't control it. McKenzie went and got it, couldn't keep it alive.
You're right, Marshall's so important for St Kilda. They were a different team last year when he was playing compared to when he was out.
He's got to put games together, doesn't he?
Yep.
Needs a good run.
Him and Paddy had a great connection when they got opportunity to play together.
He's got Grundy to deal with here, and he wins it eventually into the hands of Noble, gets spun in the tackle, and he might have been taken out.
Ball's out of bounds. Ball's out of bounds. They broke the tackle.
There's the great Peter Dacos and his young
I thought
blokes.
it was all sort of, you know, slipping away.
Going beautifully. There he is.
On, Jake, please.
Repeat stoppages here for St Kilda. Marshall clean possession. Somehow got it off to Gresham, and he just misses.
Got away with one there. The Collingwood defence just let Gresham run through that stoppage with no body contact on. You know how dangerous he is.
Look at that shot of Marvel. Seats full right to the back row.
Free kick, Collingwood. Prohibited contact. Free kick, Collingwood.
Free kick, Collingwood.
Henry.
Stand, Jim. Stand.
Lipinski.
Stand, Mason. Play.
Touch 9. Doing a bit of damage, Lipinski. Good-looking ball just over the head of Degoe. Sinclair, wonderful handball. Wilkie, Ross, handling it well. The Saints' defence. Sinclair again. Kick needs to hit the target. It does. Gee, impressive stuff. Here's Hayes. Immediately on with it. Quick transfer. Can Mason Wood go again? 2 minutes in the quarter remaining. 4 goals to 3. Long ball. Membry. Can he hold it this time? He does. Will he be paid? He should be. Imagine saying he had a hand on it.
Yeah.
And Cox feeling it in the guts.
Yeah, it was a bit of a hit behind play. 50 metres off ball, he crouched over, so a little bit sore from it.
So Tim Membry. Doesn't really matter. We spoke to Max King and Tim Membry before the game. Who kicks the goals? Richo, they just need to get plenty each, don't they? And throw in Rowan Marshall, he'll get a few as well.
Well, when Ryder comes back, Marshall spends most of his time forward.
Needs a little bit of left to right about this if he can conjure it up. It's coming back now, but not enough, I don't think.
With Gresham down there, it's a pretty handy forward line.
Yep.
And they get their best mix out there. Watch for more to play on. The last kick he got to the wing.
Lovely ball for side bottom.
Outside 5. Outside 5.
Dacos on short. Didn't want to use him.
Play him.
Sits it up high. Elliott in from the side, unable to control it. Crouch. The give and go. Membry in good shape. Taken from the front. There's Nick Dacos. Good. Degoe always wants to go. Now he just thumps a pounding ball inside. Henry. Long ball. And it's to the left and a behind.
Great contest on the back line there for Moore. We're back to the flight. Copped a solid knock. This is the Cox one, off the ball. That's what the free kick for prohibitive contact was.
Umpires all over it.
It was a little bit ginger after that.
McKenzie just keeps it alive, out on the full. Probably off the knee of Dacos, in fact, right in front of where his father is sitting. Up in the box there. Umpires have a chat, but it was definitely off the knee. So if they got time to move it here, 14 seconds, you'd think Collingwood in the box seat, given it's on their half-forward line. Been a ripper first quarter. Ross, fantastic. Picked up by Josh Dacos. Lipinski, so the mark will count. Couple of seconds here. Pendlebury, does he go for home? It was heading in the Cox direction, but I think it was cut off anyway. So what a quarter of football we had. Collingwood kicking 4, Saints kicking 3. Magpies by 9 at quarter time.
So nobody ever told you, baby.
We will be back. Just got to sort. They're sorting a few things out here. Brody Grundy says, "Hey, I'll put my hand up and I'll be ready to go when you're ready."
It's been chippy, hasn't it? We've seen quite a few little skirmishes, a bit of off-the-ball stuff. Mason Cox we saw get dropped.
Here we go now. Nick Dacos, very nice start. We'll be back at half-time. Give you an update on Darcy Moore too.
It's good news on that front as we get this second term started. Adams tried to barge his way through
Collingwood.
and then was held. Drilling ball for Elliott. Beautiful.
He's finally been rewarded, Elliott. They've missed him a few times where he's been free in the forward line.
And Ginnivan led in front of him as well, which opened up that space behind. Have a look at this here. Look at that space that opened up for Elliott. Beautiful kick.
15 seconds.
And he's always been such a good leading forward. He times his leads well. He plays like a full forward, a small full forward, Jamie Elliott. Old days.
200th goal if he can kick it. 10 shots at goal already for Collingwood. And has he got the trip? Because it's accurate. 200 goals for this little star. Jamie Elliott hits the board early.
He's moving really well. We know he's had a lot of injury concerns over his career, but when he's up and going, he's an elite player. If he can put a full season together inside that forward 50, 50 goals isn't out of the question for him.
This is where the standing on the mark rule is good for the game. He wasn't allowed to chase, he was able to play on, get the free-flowing movement. And as you said, Richo, the forwards for Collingwood working together, leading for one another, creating space. Big hole opened up.
See Neville Jetta there on the back row of the bench, now at Collingwood as well. An assistance role there. Adams. Grundy. Dacos to the other one. Josh to Nick. Upended as he was able to advance the ball forward. McKenzie and Adams go at it. And the brothers apologise to each other. Got a bit of a grounding there from Dan Butler. Marshall working his way to the front, but Grundy ended up with the footy. Crisp, who's been a star. Butler had more time than he actually thought to dispose of it then, or that he knew. Jeremy Howe play on off the king hands, and he won't be happy with that as Butler turned him upside down.
Stand up. Thanks, Jeremy. Thanks.
I'd be getting King down as the deepest forward now with a bit of a mismatch while Moore's not on.
Marshall end on end, and always favouring Jeremy Howe. Imagine.
Stand.
Wayne runs for him. Over the top to Brown. Then Noble. Confronted by Howard. Ginnivan. To Goey. It's busted out of his hands. Wilkie. Ross. Butler. Looping ball here for Hill. They're out if they can get boot to ball here, the Saints. Steele. And Hayes. Wide open, but
well done, Collingwood there. The frontal pressure. Costly couple of handballs, and that was all due to Collingwood frontal pressure squeezing in.
Great pressure, and King was one out on Jeremy Howe deep, so they had been able to get that kick away over that pressure. Hodgie, King was a strong chance to mark that ball with the reach he's got.
Grundy. Marshall just pushed as he went to kick. It'll stay in the field of play though. Hayes was there. Now King trying to fight off Quainer. Did it well in the end. Caught though as Kent. Lipinski's got him. Did he have prior? That's the thing the umpire's weighing up. And he's saying yes. So Lipinski with the free, who's been dynamite in this game so far. Leading all possession getters. Lipinski down the line. Grundy threw Marshall out of the way, and that'll be a Marshall free right in front of the Collingwood bench.
Oh, Marshall. Massive group of players ahead of him, so he retreats. It's it to Patton.
Outside 5, Ollie.
Hill will always run to provide an option. He does. steal.
Outside 5. Play on.
Sits a long one for King. Extends the hands.
Oh, that's good, JB, isn't it?
Stand! Play on.
Kent's going to have to do something here. Grundy came in from the side, and they've got some territory here as we have a look at Max King.
Just a mark like this can do wonders for your confidence, Hodgie.
That's what we spoke about before the game, how tall he is, how athletic. And if he's running and jumping at the highest point, if he didn't get the mark, it was going to be an arm chop as well.
Yeah, it was a ripper. Marshall copped a heavy one a moment ago. Grundy, Adams, Crisp. 164th consecutive game for Crisp. What a run he's having. Hill. Time to straighten. Beautiful little chiseler. Fine steal. He wants to go as well. So here comes an opportunity with Membry now. Howe over the top. He used the leg to manoeuvre him forward a metre, get him under the footy, and took the mark, Jeremy Howe. It was excellent.
That's why going forward, kicking inside forward 50 is so hard and so important. The good teams can nail those kicks. That was just a little bit high to put into Howe's range.
Darcy Moore continues to sit it out.
Got to wait the 20 minutes to expire, JB. I'm not sure. I think he went off at the quarter-time break, so he's nearly gone for the quarter.
Marshall, end on end, through the hands of Membry. Pendlebury with a running torp. Interesting bounce. Wilkie's got to be careful. To go, he's so explosive. Has a long-range ping.
Yeah, so just confirming that Moore, if it was a concussion test, which we think it was, has to sit out 20 minutes. Coming back on now. That may not have been. Here's Marshall. Down the line. King setting himself here. Crashed the pack. So did Hayes. Madgen. Grundy. Noble. Can he hit the Bianco target? Knocked away by Sinclair.
BT, Darcy Moore is on the interchange gates trying to get back into the game, but unfortunately all of the play has been on that opposing side of the ground, so he's ready to go and come back into the contest.
Dacos, quick release. Finds the hands of Steele and then Crouch a high one. Again, Max King high, but just ran under it a little. Now back and doing what he does best. Little fumble, Bianco.
In the back.
Yeah, push in the back.
St Kilda.
Will go Daniel McKenzie's way. Wilkie wants to get and go. Can they handball their way through? King in the right spot. Got it.
And JB, you called it, wants to give and go, and that's what creates that mark play on, immediate play on, allows them to get this mark inside 50. If he doesn't play on, the ball doesn't get to King. But take the game on, and that's what Wilkie did, and it created that goal. Not the shot at goal.
Max King for his first of the night. Drags it to the left.
He has generally improved that part of his game, I think. Mid-portion of last year onwards. He's worked hard on it, apparently. Howard just knocking the ball away from Bianco. There is Darcy Moore. Still waits. Grundy play on the far side, so always going to be hard for any player to get back on through the gates. Here's Noble. McCreary's backing back there. Was Myercheck as well. Henry able to rip the ball out, give it to Bianco. Round the corner and to kick it straight down the throat of Howard. So Howard in the last line of defence.
Good ball for McKenzie.
Outside 5.
Steers it to Crouch. Decent little patch here for the Saints. That's a dangerous ball. Pendlebury, handball was just a little high for him. Lipinski came through and coughed it up. Hill a high ball. Hayes a one-on-one. Quayne has got to be clean, and he was. Howe's ball for side bottom, really good.
There's a cool kick from Howe, wasn't it? Side bottom on his left, looking for and finding Ginnivan. Ginnivan just finds another few metres with McCreary.
How was that left on side there?
It was a ripper, wasn't it?
It's one of the best on his opposite foot in the comp.
He's beautiful. High ball. Cox needs to bring it to the ground. Did. Howard. Marshall. Little squaring kick finds Wood.
Outside 5.
So Mason Wood looks like he's taking the next step in his career too, I reckon. Kick down the line to Marshall.
Outside 5.
Membry and King both heading towards goal. One of them's going to double back. King's pointing at the spot. He's saying that's where I want it if I do. Instead, it sat right on his head. He's got a little run at it and he marks. Wasn't exactly where he wanted it, but it was close enough.
And the key to that was there's absolutely no body contact on King, and if he's able to launch, he's going to mark it.
This is the more contact. That's why he went off BT.
Yep.
With the concussion test. Membry, nice and fair contest. And then that last kick there from Crouch, coming inside, when you have to hit that short 45 kick, it's got to be a low punch. It can't be floating in the air, or else the defenders will cut it off.
And that's what you can't allow. You have to have body on this man when the ball's in the air.
33-24 from set shots last year. That one's left as well. He just looks like he hasn't quite got the fluency in his run-up yet. Looks a little rigid.
You're right, Richard. You can't let like that big get a run and jump. But I guess you look at Howe. That's how Howe plays as well. He wants to get a run and jump himself.
McKenzie, speaking of run and jumps, unimpeded. Top of the square again. King involved. Oh, he had a really good piece. Mason Wood walked through about 4 of them.
He's looking like he's ready to grab anything, JB.
Centimetres away from that. He got both hands on it. Scotty Pendlebury tried to stop and prop for his run.
So ball up here, Grundy. Exciting if you're a St Kilda fan. Stand and watch, because you just get the feeling it might happen.
I mean, Darcy Moore's off the ground and he's had 2 shots at goal. He needed to make them count, because Moore comes back on. He's probably not going to get those opportunities.
Both of them, both King and Membry, have had probably 3 or 4 chances each where they've got their hands to the ball but just fumbled them.
So Moore back there now. Must not have been the concussion in that case. Dacos, Adams, around the court, got it out of the immediate danger zone. Battle did well with Myercheck.
Got him.
So tight second quarter, just 1 goal in the 12 minutes we've played so far.
Kilda have succeeded in holding up a little bit of the Collingwood ball movement. Haven't been able to hit the scoreboard enough themselves. Grundy and Hayes. They go inside here. Quayne in good shape. Good fist. Here's King. Ground level. Makes that work. Can't nail the set shots, but the dribbler was perfect for Big Max.
It was a great contest to get him that opportunity too. He was out of position, brought it to ground. And the 204-centimetre crumbing. That's that crumb there.
Nice little side and centre.
But that's when you're out of position. Memory there, putting the fist in, bringing it to ground. That's what you expect from forwards. If you're not in a position to mark the ball, bring it to ground just so someone else can get an opportunity to score.
Dominated inside 50s in recent time, 9 of the last 11.
That's what Membry was talking about before the game, BT. Doesn't matter who kicks him, as long as one of your forwards get it. He gets a pat on the back for creating a stoppage.
Chamberlain, Grundy dominating there, and in the back did Taylor Adams quickly to Crisp, running onto his favoured left side and pumps it very long. That'll be down the throat of McCreary.
Well done, Elliott. Elliott could have come and contested that ball. Sure, his teammate was in a better position and held off. Oh, there was nice space. He had every right to go for it. Got him between his man.
And again, my check hit up at the footy, Hodgie, and it opens up that hole. So the movement from my check, that doesn't go unnoticed by McRae when he reviews the tape.
So Bo McCreary comes in that straight as. No problems at all. Collingwood kick their second of the quarter and lead it by 14. To goal with his first ever kick in AFL, McCreary, and he looks very comfortable up forward. Collingwood by 14. So Taylor Adams' quick release there, Richo, was really important.
Yeah, the quick release hands, and just my check hitting up hard at the football creates the hole behind, and Creary's able to kick that goal. But if my check doesn't lead hard at the ball, or he doesn't lead up with purpose, his opponent doesn't go, and he then drops back into that hole and probably takes an intercept mark. So they're the sort of unrewarded acts that players need to do on the ground.
Cox down, brilliant to go. High ball inside again. Bianco, in fact, it was Henry just eased under the footy, and that's a try. Good result, Collingwood. Myercheck gets another set shot look for his third.
Just a bit of a scoop. Tried to tap it on. Umpire saw the upwards motion. Couldn't really argue with it.
Couple against the flow this will be if Myercheck can steer this through. Thumps it into the woodwork.
Caught it off the instep a little there. Wasn't what he was trying to do. So Webster from fullback. Still plenty of time in the half remaining here. Webster elects the Docklands water side of the ground. Marshall the free against Cox. Steps off the mark, Cox. That's why he's able to move around and shakes the head. Needs to be very, very careful.
Seems like they've been a little bit more lenient than what they were in the pre-season.
Yeah, just a touch, Hodgie, I agree. So Howard, very, very short to Hill. Crouch wanting it. He wants to bite off a bit more. Kent was stationary, allowed Cox to bear down and get rid of it. Out the door. Steele did well to protect Gresham. Got the little handball here to Ross. Left footer, remember. Neat little ball to Butler. They start to wind up here. Butler always wants to go. Now found the run of Hill. Can Hill avoid Crisp? He can, but he can't avoid this one. The tackle in the end by McCreary nailed him.
Was that handball? Handball just put it behind Hill, so he had to sort of slow down and catch it.
Got to keep trying that though.
To Goey, long ball. Cox creates a contest. Ross couldn't reel it in. Bianco with him. Cox again.
Trip. Ross.
Seb Ross.
Seb Ross. Seb! Good ball.
Doesn't even know it was his free kick. Had no clue.
What are you doing?
Long ball down the line. A really good set of hands. Jack Hayes on debut. Gresham has it busted out of his hands. Hill across the ground with great vision. Patton in space. Wilkie. Membry. Oh, more brilliant. Folding off.
Rob, do you want to go through? Ruckman, please.
Yeah, Membry looked to have that covered, and then more at the last minute working the angles beautifully.
He made up 15, 20 metres there more.
Yep. So what can the Saints conjure up here? Marshall has got a ball that fell short from the throw-in. Pendlebury doesn't really want it to come out. Knew there were a lot of St Kilda players. Higgins snapshot at goal, misses. 14-point margin.
Cox hasn't had a touch yet, but I've liked a few things that he's done. He's had a couple contests over here, a big spoil, couple tackles. He's putting his body on the line. Even though he was a bit sore from that knock early in the first quarter.
Kilda 1 goal 3 from 10 entries this quarter, so they're getting it to the right part of the ground, just can't get the efficiency. Oh, big climb, Brown, unable to control it. De Goey, forward of the ball. Nice for Elliott. Myercheck. Imagine.
Outside 5, outside 5.
More.
I would have liked to see Elliott give that hands to go after he hit him. They had a lot of numbers running past. Could have got the ball deep inside forward 50 before St Kilda got back. It's given them a chance to set up their zone. They've had to go over the other side of the oval.
Noble. Dacos.
Bit of tempo here from the Pies. Haven't seen them do this much at all tonight.
Wobbling ball forward. Howard to come from the side. Did that pretty well. Elliott's hands just missed. Noble. Dacos. Pendlebury. This normally ends well. Bianco.
But I reckon it just scraped in for the 15.
Just, Hodge.
Just.
Maybe, in fact, maybe not. It's about 12 or 13, I reckon.
That's why they put him on the half-back line. A lot of blokes there would just bomb it to the top of the goal square. He had the composure, lower his vision, hit that kick.
That's what's ahead of Trent Bianco. Fans it out to the right.
King.
Outside 5, yep. Outside 5.
High footy to Membry. Knocked down here, Dacos. Nick got it to De Goey. Pendlebury somehow managed to get with it. Must have just touched the foot in the end. Through traffic was Brown. Grundy had a partial fresh airy. Brown tried to tap Steele on the end. Ross. Centering ball needs to make it here. Marshall, he did. He goes. Now King. Got no one in front of him. Can go if he wants. In the pocket, here's Membry. Does he play on? No.
There's a bit of Russian roulette going on from either team there. That ball in the middle of the ground in dispute. Both teams had players out forward if they were to win the ball. Membry beneficiary.
Not sure how you leave a 204-centimetre bloke by himself. Centre forward.
So Membry now, kick of only 25-30 metres. Needs to hit it cleanly off the boot. And he does. Pretty damn good. That's a goal. Saints really needed that one. Back to 9 points.
One of the risks, Richo, when you aggressively come forward to defend, if someone's out of sync, you can get opened up very badly.
And both teams did there, and both teams had players out forward of the footy. The Saints get lucky.
Collingwood by 9. There they are. That's what's been described as sexy by our AFL CEO, Gil McLachlan. Those scoreboards here, he thinks they're very sexy, Richo.
I haven't even noticed them until just now.
Oh, no, they're good.
No, they look good now. I've noticed them.
Anything that improves the fans' experience, we love. Down to ground. Crouch is out. Centre clearance. Good ball for Kent. Left footer. Wants to go quick. King in good shape. Membry at the back. Side bottom concedes.
That was good for Moore then. Went back and found the body. Made sure King couldn't get a run and jump at it. Just the little things like that that experienced defenders can do.
So Moore having a good look at things here. High footy. Henry's got to fly, although Cox across the face there now. Elliott, beautiful tap. Adams. Pendlebury. Space here. Hill and Henry.
Henry's got decent wheels. Step for step with Brad Hill. Takes some doing. Intriguing game of football. To the back, Pendlebury. Just for a moment. Crouch. Butler. It was a touch ball, so...
Touch ball!
Fritz got to wait for it to land.
Holding man, Collingwood.
Dacos will get a free.
That's off the stand.
This is Josh.
Move on, Scott, stay out, play on.
Howe. It's getting held up a bit more in this quarter, Collingwood. Noble. Back to Dacos. We'll give it back and some sizzle here. Noble inside 50, just had too much on the kick. Sinclair. Bit of body put on him by De Goey. Now side bottom. Very good from here. Brilliant.
How good is that? We talked about his left foot before with BT when he was kicking out of defence, and now we see that in the forward line. That is just his skill level that he's always had in this competition. Either side of his body, still side bottom, one of the best in the comp. On his opposite foot. Great goal.
That's that short little kick. Bloke on manning the mark, can't move, so Noble missed the kick. It was that link-up play. And if you watch De Goey here, puts the body, bit of a block on for his teammate, and then there's no better person in Collingwood team to finish left or right boot. As smooth as they come.
He's just got great skill. One of those rare players that can do anything he wants with the football. Side bottom.
We shouldn't be letting him get handball receives, though, in your forward 50.
Nice little Ross got met very solidly by Adams. Bianco, the beneficiary of that, and then he was run down by a desperate Marshall. So good to see.
Here's our Telstra tracker. The Ks. It's St Kilda have done 11 and a bit more Ks than what Collingwood has. With the up-tempo, back-and-forth running they've been doing tonight shows how fresh and how fit both teams are.
Combined meterage gain there. Bianco.
Seeing a different tactic by each team in their defensive half. The Saints are playing a more one-on-one defensive structure, whereas Collingwood, as we've talked about, are zoning more in their back half. Saints are backing in their one-on-one defence.
Holding.
That free kick frustrates coaches. You got them pending in the forward 50 and you give away a free kick like that. If you're going to lose a tap, still in a dangerous position for your team, don't give away the free kick.
Battle, a long one. Quainer, that's going to be out the full. Burns closed down anyway. Minute 20 left. 3-2 term in favour of Collingwood. Who can get to the drop of this? Big Mason. Well done.
As I said earlier, you hadn't had much of an impact with the ball, but he's done a lot of things off the ball, especially after copping that knock earlier. He was putting blocks on there and he got rewarded for a lot of stuff that he has been doing. Just fought through that one-on-one contested battle. Great set of hands there.
As Avi told us earlier, he's got the glasses on because of repeated eye injury. There's a protection device. As he go from the set shot, normally pretty well. It's easy, it's way right.
You get the feeling he's only going to get 3 or 4 opportunities like that in the game, and he really does need to make sure of them. Worked hard for that. So just a half a minute remaining here in the quarter.
St Kilda, King. Stand.
So King and half back. Marshall the intended target. Over the back, that'll be out of bounds. So with 17 seconds remaining here, bit of a scuffle. Kemp wanting to go on it with Madgen. Noble there as well. Emergency umpire coming out and telling them to go away. Well, I'm not sure about that. There's Steele. Pendlebury. Crouch. Funneled it out. Lipinski. And Steele makes sure it goes over the line.
Hey, up.
And we'll have a boundary throw in. 6 seconds. Right in the middle of the interchange gates here on centre wing. Grundy. Crouch. 3 goals to Collingwood in the quarter, 2 to the Saints.
Low-scoring affair, perfect conditions, it has to be said. 7 goals to 5 opportunities missed, probably from a Collingwood point of view, given how many times they've been able to score when they go inside 50. So 15 points the margin.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Marshall and Grundy. Gresham. Quick flick out to Steele. End on end bounce. Howe's out there. Higgins been quiet.
Got in.
The ball's going to be thrown in as the push and shove continues. Been a lot of it. None of it's really amounted to much.
It should have been a free kick.
Should have.
I mean, it's been pushed straight in the back.
Yep.
And you get a lot less free kicks in general play.
Pendlebury. Long one. Gets all the way to Wilkie at the back. They come at him. Hill. Cox. Good handling. De Goey. Oh, Sinclair superb. Great trap, and then he bashes it, but can't get it past the debutant.
Nick Dacos looks very comfortable at this level. Inside 50. Cox didn't elect to fly in the end from deep. Side bottom, wonderful touch. Lipinski with a right foot banana. Back opens it up. Knocked down by Ginnivan there. Now Dacos. This is Josh on his non-preferred. What about that? Mum and Dad and the family up there and extended friends thoroughly enjoying that one.
But great lateral movement. Josh Dacos, we saw it there. Just beautiful skills on his left foot. Dacos boys both involved in that passage.
Just the balance they have.
That's
both of them.
balance, yeah.
Exactly what their dad had.
Just a nice little knock in there by Steele side bottom. Ball's kicked to the top of the goal square. Great contest, as you said, Richo. The side step, nice smooth snap on the left.
JP.
They both just look so calm.
They do.
Yeah, so poised, aren't they?
Great family celebration. Love it. 26 inside 50s. 17 scoring shots. That'd be worrying Brett Ratton. Almost a free kick. In fact, it was. No, it's going Collingwood's way. Grundy, De Goey. Have a crack on the left. He does. And he jams it through.
Great finish on the left there, Richo.
Oh, beautiful. That's why he's so dangerous, De Goey, when he goes into the centre bounce. Just the explosive power that he has. Reacted really quickly to...
He almost demanded it off Grundy. Grundy was looking like he wanted to kick it inside forward 50. The free kick in the middle. You can see him just demanding it off Grundy. Grundy wanted to kick it.
He didn't want to give it, did he?
And Grundy's a very good kick for a ruckman. He's capable on both sides of his body, but
DeGoey's better.
When you got someone like DeGoey who's got that turn of speed, can break the lines, and then to finish on his left like that.
And he was happy for DeGoey in the end as well there, Brodie Grundy. So great to see that. Razor Ray Chamberlain gets it underway again. St Kilda, they've got to come with something very, very soon.
High contact.
Or they're going to have a long way back. Adams with the free. Told to go because he ran off the centre line of the mark. And he does now. Looking deep. Over the back was McKenzie. Howard now under real Collingwood pressure. Lipinski. Little soccer along the ground. And Hill says, what about deliberate?
There's also a question for holding the ball there. Looks like he tried to fend off. It didn't look like it was a clean disposal.
Right into the ground for the Maggies. Off a couple of shins, Elliott. No prior there.
Mine. Hands off, please, gents. Mason, Rowan. Thanks, Jamie. Be behind, please, gentlemen.
Being rewarded for getting it in quickly, Collingwood. Side bottom tried to go off the ground. Into the hands of Butler. Kicked it straight into Kent. Look at the Collingwood jumpers in that screen. Pendlebury. DeGoey, the hot hand. This is starting to unravel a little for the Saints.
We've spoke about the move to put Pendlebury from the middle to the half-back line, and that's just why. The composure coming through the middle of the ground to see a little hole open up on the right.
And what about the mismatch there inside 50? With DeGoey.
For 2 in as many minutes. And to bust it out to 33 points.
That's why he's so dangerous when he goes into the middle. If you don't get that handover right when he pushes forward, you can get mismatches. We saw that with Jake Stringer last year at Essendon, go into the midfield and then go straight forward. Quite often you end up with a mismatch because you haven't changed over properly. That's what DeGoey can get.
Say out.
82% time in forward half this quarter, the Pies. Webster now under real pressure, not the required journey, so G. Marshall just let it go there. So Collingwood starting to apply the screws here.
Incorrect disposal.
Saints need to do something very quickly. Grundy long and deep. Elliott sets himself in front. Howard knocking it to the ground. Giving chase here is Burns, and all he could do was head for the boundary. He had 2 chasing him down. And Collingwood owning the ball inside their 50, Hodgie.
If you watch behind the ball, Collingwood sit a lot of numbers out behind. They've had 2 spare the last couple of stoppages. St Kilda have to get it out of their area by handballing it out. If they surge it out by foot, it's going to go to the 2 spares.
Adams walked into a tackle. Lipinski the same. McCreary, Elliott. Look outside bottom on the left. Just pure. Turning into a good night for Collingwood. And that gentleman on screen has been doing that for a long time.
Is there a smoother kick on either side of the foot?
No.
Not sure.
Not on his left. No. It's the best that he's opposite footed, I think, in the competition.
There was great pressure from Collingwood. They were two men down at the stoppage. Put enough pressure on for the ball to get pushed out.
That's the second time in this game, though, that he's received a handball inside 50 and kicked a goal. Like, you can't allow a guy like Steele Sidebottom that much space inside the forward 50. With the skills that he has, he makes you pay.
Elite skill.
If that was the first time you watch him kick, you'd think he was left footer.
You would.
Yep. Gee, they're very happy for him too. They all got around him. Look at this. DeGoey starting to go to work as well out of the middle with a thumping ball in the Elliott direction. Had to go back, Howard. He did bravely but couldn't reel it in the end. Now under real pressure. Myercheck the tackler here, and Collingwood are sensing the moment here to rip this one away.
Roll up.
And Sidebottom's here again now, playing on the wing. He's come in. He's sitting off the contest. He's got to have some pressure on him.
Marshall. The dump kick works. Play on, not sure why. Higgins has got a throw boot to ball. Painter and King, Crouch. Handball not great for Mason Wood. Crisp, Quainer. And there's Owen. Getting his first touch, I reckon. And the Saints get it to half forward. More brilliant. Really, really good mark from a high-quality player. And the switch for Steele side bottom.
Side bottom. Got a lot of open space here to use the foot. He wants to go back inside if he can, but in the end he was forced to go to Noble. Missed an easy kick in the end. Attacking the ball was McKenzie. He'll need to get rid of it now. He's had an opportunity. The clamp being applied by the Pies.
Thank you, stand.
They'll kick the last four.
Yeah, you can feel their intensity jump, BT.
Johnny Noble. High footy. In front, good mark taken, Sinclair. That half-back immediately, a little poker over the top. Finds Gresham. What can they conjure up here? It's got to be a score.
Got Hayes on long. Doesn't quite get to him. Again, numbers with Collingwood. The work rate exceptional. Pendlebury got to turn back into traffic and gives it back to Howe. Blistering ball for De Goey. Howe claims him. End on end inside 50. Elliott so dangerous. What about the pickup? What about the snap? It's across the face.
We spoke about the intensity. 8 tackles to 2. 8 inside 50s to 1. Started the third quarter on fire. St Kilda need to match their intensity. Head over the ball. Start winning some footy.
Patton. Any positional changes, Hodgie, Richo, that you see for the Saints? Is that going to do anything? They just can't get their hands on it at the moment.
It's about winning it at the source, BT.
Yep. And all Marshall can do is stand on the mark, not move, and absorb the fact that he was part of the step ladder. Pendlebury now. Amazing career. 13 podium finishes in the best and fairest. Scott Pendlebury.
They've made the call. They've put Memory behind the ball. He's standing in the goal square as a spare.
So Brown, here comes Cox. He's got a good look at this. Up he flies off hands at the back. The Saints have got the numbers. Sinclair will just chisel it out wide. It'll be over the line, though, I think. Paid the mark just on that Pendlebury 13 podium finish in the best and fairest. He's just one off the record. Dempsey and Kevin Murray, 14 podium finishes in their career. That is an amazingly consistent career.
Sure is. There's Membry, wants to bite off the corridor. It needs to work, and Patton makes it work. Flicks it back out to Wilkie, but couldn't go anywhere. So he's just got to pop it up and allow McKenzie to run onto it.
Stand.
See if they can get some danger into their ball movement here, the Saints.
Yours.
King gets a look at it from the side. Howe, a big fist, crouch, ground level with side bottom.
That was better ball movement from St Kilda then. They've got the spare behind the ball, so they used the switch, they used Memory, made Collingwood come up the ground to defend.
So there's nomination number 1 for Jeremy Howe. He's at least one a week. He's got it down to a fine art. And the fans loved it. Dacos, Lipinski, Henry, Nick Dacos, Mason Cox. Told to go. He's got her now, Wilkie. High footy, searching. Can they get their hands on it? Over the back, Gresham. Pendlebury under real pressure. Moore put his head over it. Butler was the equal to him. King went and got it. Tackled. Now they need to lock it in. Set up behind the ball if they can. Dacos almost had it out. Butler's got him. Now, can they trap it in their forward end?
They need a couple of repeat stoppages here just to let their defence have a little bit of a deep breath and reset themselves.
Marshall, back of the fist. Side bottom came through. Sinclair. Sinclair! I'm not sure Moore touched it.
I believe it's a goal, but just please make sure it wasn't touched before it crossed the line.
Score review. Umpire's call is a goal. Please check that the ball wasn't touched.
No glove on that.
No.
Much needed goal for the Saints.
Review complete. Looking at this angle, we can see there is a gap between the ball and the Collingwood defender at all times. Decision on the scoreboard.
So first of the third term for St Kilda, they stay in it. Nice finish from Sinclair, sneaking down.
He's been good tonight. Sinclair had a great year last year. Really solidified his career last year in that back half. Good run, having a run in the middle now.
That's an interesting do.
It's a classic mullet, that one.
Just when they absolutely were desperate to get one. Sinclair has got it back to a 29-point game. Now a clearance necessary. Marshall, gee, that was magnificent to Gresham. Really fancy work in the middle there. Trying to back it out here is Burns. Picked up here by Higgins. Got boot to ball. Comes over the top of Hayes. Moore was there. King Soccer missed. Partially got the ball. Bounced the wrong way. Threatening the Saints.
An air swing.
Hold, Scott. Blood rule Collingwood. Jack
Imagines got a blood issue.
So this is also great for the Saints here, I reckon. Just a little rest for them.
Yeah, they had the backs to the wall.
Yep.
The first 10 minutes of this quarter, Collingwood were all over them.
Last 3 or 4 minutes, they've just been able to get a bit of momentum back to their way. You mentioned Jeremy Howe before in the Mark of the Week nomination, BT. He's the best ever, you reckon? High mark, consistent.
I could debate you.
Modrop.
I loved Roach at Richmond.
Yeah. Legal Howard, a big fist. Owens quite able to glove that. They're starting to get some heat on. Hayes, nice touch ball from the big man. Jack Higgins. That's lovely left foot delivery. Higgins to run around and bend it, but not enough.
Be good to see what teams have been training throughout the pre-season. Collingwood were charging in that third quarter. St Kilda have put memory behind the ball. They would have done that at training many times to say what happens if a team gets a run on. They put memory behind the ball. They get the goal back. Memory goes back up forward. Reset 6-6-6.
Penry forced to go very wide to Josh Dacos.
Outside 5. Outside 5. Give it on. Play on.
Told to go by umpire Justin Power. St Kilda got the numbers, so this is the advantage of a break, setting up behind the ball, as the boys have alluded to. Now they get multiple looks at it. Gresham got one in the back, so does it go down the field? It will. It'll be a free to Higgins. He's desperate to claim it. Membry wants it, though. After he got rid of it from McCreary, that's why it's down the field.
Back 1 metre, please. Thank you.
And now Membry to make it count. He has one for the night.
15 seconds gone.
To get it back to 21 points. Really important shot here from Tim Membry. The big breath. Thinking about the execution of this. There's the shot he's got. No problems. Back to 21 points. Membry's got a couple.
So that was paid to push in the back down the ground. So why wasn't the Higgins one over the boundary line not paid before?
I think it should have been.
Should have been, shouldn't it?
Shot.
Bit of a push downfield. It was a didn't seem there was a lot in it. He took a big dive, but that was crucial from memory. He's played the last 5 minutes behind the ball, put him back in front. It was a crucial goal from the kick. They've worked their way back into the contest, which has been great to see.
6-6-6. Warning to St Kilda. The next one's a free kick. Okay. All right, throwing it up. Coming out here, gents. Jordan, let's go. Yep.
Clearly explained by Razor Ray. Hayes has been good. Have a go at him. Wobbling ball inside 50. Quainer.
Stay out, Jack.
Outmarks Butler. It's getting better and better, Isaac Quainer. Long and wide and a hold on Cox, I think.
Stand. Time back on.
Mason Cox. The hit and hope. Mackenzie able to spoil comfortably.
She's been good, Mackenzie.
St Kilda rock. Thank you.
So St Kilda worked their backsides off in the last 6 or 7 minutes to force their way back into this contest. Delicately poised now. Brilliant stuff from the Saints from the stoppage. You heard the call. Sinclair been terrific. Looking for King in strong. Very strong Dukes. King goes to the middle to their best runner and kicker. Brad Hill had the short one, went the longer one. Gee, it's a ripper. And a mark by Higgins. Beautiful transference to the footy.
Smart by King. Switched the ball into the middle of the ground. Brings the fat side of the ground into play for Hill. And that's just a nice kick. Put it out in front.
Good hands. That ball come with speed. Third in a row on offer for the Saints to really get them bubbling. He misses.
That's a bad miss.
That's an important kick, that.
Yeah, the last 6 entries, 2 goals, 3 for the Saints.
Ball drop from Higgins. Well done, Mason Wood, to break it up. And then to a pretty dangerous spot. They come from all directions. Ball in deep.
This has been good from the setup behind the ball. Try and keep the ball up their end.
Landing here. Brody and Jack.
Big crowd starting to get behind the Saints.
High contact. High contact.
So, the first game of Jack Hayes.
Get out, please. Get out. That's your line.
Famous name at this club, of course.
The way he's going, JB, may well be the best Hayes that's played at this club.
Big call.
Talking about Leonard, one of the all-time greats.
Just joking, just joking, boys.
But this for his second, and he has shown plenty on debut. Must go through. Oh, good. 2 goals, Jack Hayes.
Well, that was firstly a good bit of ruck work. He positioned himself well. He forced Grundy under the ball. Grundy then gave away the free kick. And Hodgie, you picked it up on his first set shot for goal. It's got a really rock-solid looking technique, hasn't it?
Looks really smooth, really comfortable. Nice balance as he's going in to kick it. And kicks through the ball, which is most important.
How does he get to 26 and only just be debuted? Astounding.
So Hayes kicks his second goal, and we saw the Clan earlier, but remember they've had a few more since, and they're just starting to get a little more sloppy as the game goes on. I just hope he kicks another one late in the game just to see how they're going.
A lot of plastic cups on the ground down around that area.
They are loving it. Look at that. Loving the work of the first gamer here, who's got a couple. Adams almost through that. Crouch, they're desperate now. The Saints have got their backs up. They're really having a red-hot crack here. Pendlebury, funny inside-out handball it was. Got it off there, Henry. Beautiful smother from Mackenzie. It's gone up a touch now. Look at the intensity. Ross, Hill, Crouch, they're all there. Battle won it. Got it to Steele. Bangs Swings it on the boot to centre forward. Noble. Saving mark at half-back.
They're happy to use those forward handballs too now, Collingwood. You saw DeGoey there with the 20-metre forward handball.
Stand!
Pendlebury. It's a side bottom. How many times have we said that? Dacos.
There's another couple of forward handballs.
DeGoey cleverly on the left, closed down, but through comes McCreary. Now Elliott. And that's holding the ball.
Advantage.
And they want to take advantage here. There's Hayes. 6.5 left. 14 points. It's been brave from St Kilda. Good front and centre. Butler, cleverly. Little inching ball forward, that'll do. Well done, Mason Wood. Body line the ball, but then he gave away a free kick.
It was well done, JB. The first attempt had to go, did go. Just didn't work out for him. Crisp. Good to see. It's a thing that he needs to bring into his game, and great to see that from him. Imagine. Centre half back. So the Saints have lifted the rate here. The Pies just trying to milk a bit of that out them now. Just trying to steal and take a bit of sting out of the game. Slow it down. Tempo play. Kick wide. Dacos. Quainer. Onto the wing and Crisp. Wants to get onto the left. Works back into the middle. Goes the risky kick in the middle. Gresham's going to gobble it up. Can he get it and go? Turns around. Not looking at the ball. He goes with a mongrel talk. Now he needs a bounce. He's got that as well. What about the little Butler touch? Got it to the big fella. Jack. Jack's nailed free. And they trim it back to 8 points. 4 in a row for the Saints.
Got a new cult figure on the way here.
He's a player.
He is.
He looks really good. Everything he's done tonight.
And he's worked great. He marked the ball up at half-back only a couple of minutes ago. Now he's kicking goals.
But even to get that mark, double back up, come back to the lead.
Worked great.
That's the risk. That's Collingwood. It's risk versus reward. Something that can open the play up if he hits that target. If you miss that target, the opposition can. And I think BT's a fan of this fella.
Likes him.
BT loves him. So does Rats.
We spoke to Rats before the game, though, and he really pumped him up, didn't he?
And the Butler touch was beautiful. And there's the gang.
Beautiful calling, beautiful work. 3 for Hayes, and now it's Grundy out of the middle. Sprays that in search of Big Mason from Brinkworth. Spalding Red Hill in South Australia, Jack Hayes. That's just north of the Clare Valley.
Rowan, Mason.
And a lot of those boys in the stands, BT, I reckon, have come from Brinkworth to Marvel tonight. Little dribbling handball. Marshall, it was hot. Here's Bianco. Reeled the ball in. Holding the ball.
St Kilda. Down 5. Thank you.
So
it's a noticeable difference. Players don't argue anymore.
Yeah.
It's been one practice match.
They learnt quickly.
Very quickly.
It's good too.
They just move on.
Haven't seen a 50 tonight.
No.
Wilkie.
Or a lot last night.
Mason Wood out. It's been a very good 5 or 6 minutes this for the Saints. They were on the ropes. Hill picks it through by foot. Patton back to Mason Wood. Sees something he likes. Long ball for King. Got a couple to beat in the air. Hayes came in off the ground. Into the post.
So it was not all that long ago, 36-71. It's now 64-71. At that point,
14 minutes.
At that point, Collingwood was one goal off.
Yep, breaking it open.
Having it sealed, I reckon.
Yep. They were, Rich. I agree totally with you. 14-minute surge by the Saints has netted them 4 goals. Good portion of the ball in their forward half. And some confidence. Grundy and Marshall. Grundy with a little win. Pendlebury couldn't quite get into the position. Side bottom.
Grundy. Steele hovering over the ball. It came off the face of Wood. Bouncing into a dangerous spot. Gresham taken in a brilliant side bottom tackle. And that'll be 50 for time wasting. Just when we talked about the fact that there hadn't been one. This will sting the Saints if it costs them a score. Short ball to Noble.
Marshall's got back in the hole. So it's going to be tough to find a mark inside 50.
So you're happy with that one behind the ball for the last minute or so, Richard?
Yeah, I think so.
Howe kicks it straight to Hayes. Doing everything. Have a look at Hayes.
Oh.
And a push in the back. He drags it free.
Well, he might have Lenny covered.
Hill picks out Pendlebury.
So down to the last 2.5 minutes here. So Richo happy with Marshall as an extra behind play here. Just happy with the score to where they've got it, not getting too greedy.
Oh, this man's on fire.
This man is just playing an unbelievable quarter of football again. Jack Hayes on debut has kicked 3 and been brilliant.
Pendlebury's had to go wide there because of Marshall back in the hole. So he's just
he's now milking clock to make out he's tired as well, Hayes. He's learned quickly. Marshall got it to King. Just got the handball away. Crisp. This has gone up another notch. They're going to have a crack here, the Saints, in this last couple of minutes. Crouch. Look at this. Players everywhere. Gresham runs. Higgins went the long one. He saw the man open, Butler. Oh, and Gresham looks at him and says, what about me?
That was just the wrong choice because Dan Butler in the goal square there, he's not a marking player. Gresham could have run in and just kicked an easy goal there. So just a poor choice.
Higgins realised as well, put the hand up to apologise straight away.
Grundy to the front. Side bottom hovers over the footy. Higgins got it out there. Sinclair again. Floats it, floats it. Just the wrong side of the post.
Collingwood forward need to push up to Sinclair then. You can't leave a bloke at the back of the stoppage in their forward 50.
You're trying to score if you're Collingwood here or not, or just keep possession, Hodgie, with 1:17 left here?
I'm going to be trying to run the clock down. No point taking any risks.
Yes. They're a goal in front.
Goal in front. Go in with the lead. Go to the boundary and try and get a stoppage.
So Moore just trundles off and going to kick it as close as Hodgie said to the boundary as he can. And Grundy happy to take it over, and that's exactly as Hodgie explained it should be. And we now have a boundary throw and 1 minute to go in the quarter. Collingwood by a goal. Saints, Collingwood are going to need to defend this stoppage here. Saints are happy to have another go. Well done, Grundy to Adams. Adams into the middle, bit of an iffy kick. Cox has got to make it work though. Almost did. Wilkie was wonderful with courage going back. Gets it out wide to Membry. Now Membry's there. Higgins is on the lead. Doesn't go on with it. Now Membry drills the ball long. King's the long target. King's there. Over the back. Look at them run. Higgins has got it. Left foot over the shoulder. The Saints have come from nowhere. No. 1 point. Would have drawn them level with 38 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Dragged it back too far. It's over to 50. And Dacos wants to take it and go. And he does. Jams it to Elliott, who drops what he should have taken. simple chest mark and the free kick.
He's the big reason why they've got back into this game, Sinclair. He's been outstanding this quarter, gone into the middle. It's his 10th possession. Couple of clearances.
Ross wants to get and go. Marshall. Higgins. Have 2 or 3 minutes he'd rather forget. Jack Higgins. But we have got a game of footy. 5 points separates these two sides. Going to be a massive run home. Lipinski. Elliott doesn't make a mistake this time. 5 seconds left. Can someone get on the end of this? No. Now then, insider kick on Friday night under the roof.
Not the first time Hayes has been on top of the ranking points, but it's Jack Hayes, the new cold figure for the St Kilda Footy Club. Can he lift them across the line? Can the Pies respond? It's 35 points back to 5 points the margin.
Big run home, as we said. Early momentum in this last term, huge. Grundy got none of that. Side bottom's been great. Question whether that's deliberate. I reckon it is.
Got it right on the line. You got it right on the line. Thank you.
So, ball in, out of side. Marshall just got a hand to it. Sinclair tried to hack it out of the air.
Play on.
Adams to Goey. Noble. Imagine just floats it to half forward. It gets all the way to the back. Got to be really careful here if you're a Saints defender. Webster tried to hack it out. Now he's got to stick his head down over it. And the kick goes along the line and it'll be thrown in.
Jimmy Webster. Which team is going to get hold of this first? A goal will put the Saints in front. Marshall. Grundy, well done. Lipinski, lightning hands. De Goey, hit swift. Crouch advances. Hayes. Overlap run from Crouch. Good. Straightens a little. Kick not so great. Moore. Here at half back.
Drags the kick. It's got enough on it to get to Henry, but he has a fumble. Hill lurking. Now Wood on his non-preferred. Brings the kick back for King. Gets all the way to the back. Gresham walks in. Saints at the front.
Jack listened to the feedback before. There was no chance he wasn't going to give that handball.
Yeah, absolutely. Good contest by King. The kick actually didn't favour him. He really had to readjust his positioning to get to the ball and make a really good contest, and that's what created the goal in the end. At this point, I thought Darcy Moore was going to be able to clean that ball out of bounds with a big punch, but King did really well to make the contest, and the small players, Higgins and Gresham, do the rest. Great contest, King.
Saints have kicked the last 5 goals of this game. They appear unstoppable here at the moment. Pies have lost the mojo a little, or have they? McCreary. Adams. Wonderful. Lipinski's a chance from here. Low and hard. Strong. Mark in the square. Myercheck. Myercheck for his 3rd. And for Collingwood to regain the lead. point-blank range. In excess of 40,000 in the house tonight. Myercheck with his third. Collingwood in front. Well done by the Pies. Goal apiece in the last, Collingwood by 5. Myercheck's done a good job.
They needed that bit of a tug of war. Lipinski had 24 touches, and that last kick there was beautifully weighted, top of the goal square, to set up that goal.
More than anyone on the ground, Hodgie.
Having a real impact. 5 clearances as well.
Cross from the Dogs. Grundy just got blocked, and the umpire got inside Bottom's way. Gresham streams away. Sits it up for King. Beautiful spoil from Moore. Tackle put on by Crouch. Ball up.
Abby spoke about Gresham at three-quarter time, so it's good to see him back out there, fit after a solid pre-season, kick the last goal, intercept that one then.
They want to use him about a third of the time through the midfield at the moment until he get his base back up.
Patton, Wilkie, Hill. Just a good enough tackle from McCreary. There is Lipinski. Now to Goey. Crisp to half forward. McCreary out the back for Ginnivan, and he's out the back, and that's a great result for Collingwood.
If St Kilda had a couple of players out, Gresham was in front of the ball. Billy just missed that handball just through the pressure on that tackle. Great body work.
For 2 in a row. After all the momentum was with the Saints. Already got one tonight, Jack Ginnivan. He now has 2. That's big. Jack Ginnivan, great set shot. 2 on the bounce, Collingwood. Back to 11 points.
Oh, Ginnivan. Now this man here, he is a real video screen watcher. Look at him. He's looking at himself. He's just liking what he's seeing as he runs in and sticks it through the middle. No doubt about it. They are very sexy screens, and he's enjoying watching them. And doing some damage with his couple of goals as well is Ginnivan. Back in the middle we go. So Collingwood got their hands around the neck. 11-point leaders. Grundy inside. Battle with a little bit of a fumble. Now Wilkie's under real pressure. McCreary, lovely touch. Lipinski onto Henry. What about that? This way, that away. Right foot Turner. Oh, yeah. Lovely. Have Collingwood broken the back? 17-point leaders. 3 in a row.
Getting it done out of the middle. 5 clearances to 2 this quarter.
Classy finish.
He was just smooth, wasn't he? Showed a bit of candy, broke the tackle, and then a nice snap around the body. Collingwood have lifted the last 5 minutes, started winning some contested ball, getting a few clearances out.
What have the Saints got? 5 in a row, and then an emphatic answer from Collingwood. Banging on 3. Marshall almost took clean possession. Handball broken up. Adams streams away. Just hit as he kicked the ball. McCreary running a bit of an arc, and the footy. Wilkie, run down from behind. Ball up.
Ruckman, please.
Bit of a collision as he's kicked it.
Rowan and Brody. Rowan and Brody. Move.
Good body heat. Crouch. Sinclair off the deck. Oh, beautiful pickup. Sinclair goes back and finds it again and gets himself a free.
Cole Adams is in all sorts.
Yeah, might have to stop this for a minute.
Thanks, Rog.
Unless
injured player, it's a ball up here when we...
he gets up and about. Tough boy.
The ball up, Rowan.
Taylor Adams is back at it.
This way, I'm going this way. Here we go.
Cox and Marshall. Brown. Dacos. They came for Noble. Owens got the kick forward. Moore's been superb. Goes back, tracks the ball. It's too hot for De Goey. Steele comes in. Ball over.
40,129 here tonight. Really good crowd. Welcome back to football. Crowds will stream in, confidence will grow. Sinclair, Gresham. Didn't see King on the lead because he had his man left behind in Moore and he went the long high.
But they can have some battles over the next 5 or 6 years, King and Moore.
Taylor Adams looks okay down there, Taylor.
Yeah, he does. He's just on the interchange, sucking in the big ones. It was a big hit in the centre of the ground, as you can see him there, just hunched over, but he'll be okay to get back out there.
Cox, Lipinski, got to lock it in here, the Saints. Desperately need a score. Membry, I think he's going to arrive first. Sidebottom looked at Bianco and said, "You're younger, you go get him." Membry just pushes him out of the way, then calmly delivers the ball down towards Higgins. Chris to tidy it up. Howe, De Goey, Lipinski, brilliantly executed out of defence. Webster trying to push his man underneath the footy. Did well, Webster. Will get it back. Little driving ball here low. They're on the march. The Saints, here they come. Sinclair's going to find Membry. They are in a massive need of goals.
That's the important thing. When your ball gets kicked out of your defensive 50, the defenders have to turn your head. You've got to turn around and find out where the spare St Kilda forwards are. Because if you don't, this is what happens. Turn over midfield, a little bit of composure, and he's just sitting out the back all by himself. Those mids in front have got to turn their head.
Membry frees third to get it back to 11 points. Tim Membry, big shot at goal. 45 metres out, 45-degree angle. And way off.
They've missed some gettable set shots tonight, the Saints. Moore. To drive it long, he kicked it straight into Kent. And he was instantly claimed.
Stand. Play on, play on. Yours.
Oh, nice climb. Mason Wood.
He's played well, JB.
Left footer, so he'll pound this in long. Hayes out the back. Higgins front and centre. Oh, beautifully done. It bounces off the chest of Kent. And the Maggies can bring it away.
Oh, boy, what a blow. McCrary stepped on the gas. Probably didn't need to handball it then. They're out. Crisp caught by a desperate Sinclair. They regained possession here. Burns, bit of a fumble, fiddle. Went and got it Hill. Tripping over himself, McKenzie. Under real pressure. Dynamite, good tackle. Really good tackle from Bianco.
Side bottom wants it over on that far wing.
Move it on.
Told to go, Bianco. Late to be taking the man on the mark on. Got it inside, Webster with a punch away. Elliott with the front and centre, got rid of it. Out the back door, around the corner here. Might have been Burns, it was, maybe, perhaps. Kept it alive, here he is. And a neat little ball as they go forward, the Saints, to Gresham.
Gresham wanted to go fast.
They've got good structure. Quainer and Moore are back. That's why he couldn't go fast.
He's now got to see if he can get it into the hands of King with a big stretch. Moore's been supreme.
Spot on, Richo. Had Moore behind.
Saints just had no forward structure then. Sorry, Hodgie. He was 1 on 4 there.
But they were positioned well. They had Howe sitting in front. Nowhere to go. That's where they got to pull the ball back, switch it, look to going through the corridor.
Marshall. Dacos. Great release of the handball, and thought he was out of play. Crisp. Elliott gets challenged by Patton, ball over.
Rowan.
Taylor Adams is back out there in the stoppage. Expect him to be at the feet of the ruckman.
Plenty of time. Burns. Crouch. Good hands to McKenzie. They come forward again to defend here, Collingwood. Wilkie just got it to Hill. Look at the defensive heat. This has got to work. Side bottom came hard. Hill with the pickup. Side bottom continues to work hard. Bianco in trouble now, Hill.
Now it is. Now it is. Ball up. Go through. Well done, JP.
Brad Hill a bit lucky there. Looking tired to step around him. That was his prior. Didn't get rid of it.
Marshall. Grundy did well. Adams, as you expect, in and underneath. Marshall just made contact with the boot. Crouch didn't.
Dangerous tackle. Free kick St Kilda.
So that'll be a Crouch free.
Dangerous tackle. Free kick St Kilda.
Dangerous tackle.
Stand, please. Play on.
What have they got now? Risky.
Stand, play.
Finds it though. Owens to Hill.
Haven't got much forward again though. They've just lost structure forward of the footy.
Now to Battle. Now to Burns. They keep possession here wonderfully well. Higgins presents up nicely. What can he find? He goes long and deep to the square. Membry's got to come over the top. He got rid of one. Out the back door it comes. Oh, Butler just missed the fresh airy. He had it. Membry over the shoulder. I think he's kicked it. He has. Back to 10 points. Membry has 3. Saints not done. They scrapped hard for that.
Good game of footy.
Ripper. Too much time for anyone to put a cue on the rack here and pull the shutters down for Collingwood, isn't it? Way too early.
Yeah, especially with 10 points up. They've got to continue to play the style that's got them in front. You can't go into your shell. Got to keep trying to take the game on. That was just a hard-fought goal, that.
They both still look like, Hodgie, they've got the energy to kick goals, don't they? Doesn't look like one team's running out of gas.
Grundy, Marshall, they jump into each other. Steele. Waller. Clean possession, Grundy. Elliott ducked his head. Rewarded with a high contact free.
Oh, that's 50 metres if they don't get the ball back.
Now, Degoe was in the middle. He's gone forward and no one's picked him up yet.
Play on.
And Elliott drills it inside 50 and it bashes off the chest of Henry. Owens tried to take him on. Adams thumped the handball forward. Oh, well done, Dougal Howard, good hands. Burns got Hayes on, he's got Mason Wood further afield. Missed them both. Lots of Collingwood jumpers around this footy. Moore got past Marshall. Beautiful ball for Degoe.
what happens when he starts in the centre bounce and then just pushes straight forward. Jordan to go. He was on his own for a long time there. Look at him just standing there 40 metres out on his own. Got to be aware that he's going to push straight forward after a centre bounce.
Big kick this for Geordie. Never in doubt. Big reply, Magpies.
St Kilda just made a mess of it coming out. They made it too hard. Undecided with the kick, end up turning it over.
Yeah, two options and missed them both.
And as you said, Richo, you can't leave him by himself in forward 50.
Well, initially he ran 40. They picked him up and then he was on his own again. This is a guy that's had 27 disposals and kicked 2 goals now.
That's a to go his finish. I was wondering how long it was going to be. Pendlebury's gone into the middle. Started on the half-back. As soon as the game gets tight, the last 3 quarters, then the skipper goes straight back in. It was a tactic for the whole pre-season.
So Pendlebury to the middle. Let's have a look at this. Hayes is in there with Grundy. Sinclair did well. There is Pendlebury. Let it go, Gresham. Crouch, beautiful underground handball. Gee, it was good. And then a steal. Got it on to Gresham. Gresham bangs it forward. Higgins is at the back here. He'll be the flyer. Quainer with a beautiful punch down. Had a look out the back door. Did Burns, but you're going to have to go, mate. There's no one else there. Got it beautifully to Webster. Hill will drive it long again. What a smother from Elliott. Onto the Collingwood bench. And the Collingwood faithful stand and applaud here. They are loving the work of the Pies. They're 16 points up with 8.5 minutes left.
Craig McRae, first senior game as a coach. He looks calm in the box. Hayes got it to the back somehow, and then it's helped forward by Steele. Looks to go off the ground and get a bit of territory. And Zalibran.
As socket it was going the other way, and then the ball traction. That is amazing.
And he's getting pushed as he did it.
That's wrong.
And you're the team going into attack. You need goals to win. You're clearly wanting to keep the ball in, aren't you?
Well, the ball went towards the goal.
It's just the mindset of the player there is just to keep the ball alive.
Good move. Mason Cox to half forward. 1v about 4. Battle, a little block. Butler can't get his way through. It gets to Hill. Now they're clear. Gresham. Strange decision. Quainer breaks it up. Grundy's out.
Marks the footy.
Stand. He's 1 out.
Goes in there, and this is an opportunity. Howard got a fist there. Penalty now turned, and he's gone. Steele ripped it out of his hands. He's caught, he's dived on it, so he'll have to knock it out. He's been penalised there.
Jack Steele.
Nick Dacos has had 26 touches in the game. The same as his dad on debut, way back. Now Hill, little fumble. Will that be costly? Can they keep it alive? They do. It was well done from Patton. Out wide. Now Madgen. Got it to Quainer. Little fumble. Pendlebury tried to get it through. Hill was there. Pick up by Steele now. Steele wide. Now Membry must make something of this. Membry gathers near the boundary line. Turn around. Big Hoik. Here comes King. Both hands out the back. Higgins spinning move. High ball to the top of the square. 3-on-1 here for the Saints. Who can get it? Burns has got it. Handball. He threw it.
Robert O'Gorman. Roger.
Big play. Henry.
Safety goal, Henry. Yep, great tackle.
We've got the answers at the moment, Collingwood. Crisp to Dacos. Well done, McKenzie, to break that up. And a ball up.
Thank you, mate. Ruckman.
6 minutes left. Saints need 3 goals. Sinclair, little handball missed. Hovering over at Crouch. Razor looking.
On the football. Free kick. Collingwood. Stand.
Elliott. Long ball. Bianco.
They actually can take a little bit of time probably off now. And they're going to, I reckon.
Back to Noble.
Stand, please.
Just looking at the line to see the time, Noble. Snuff this game out if they can kick a goal here. It's in a good spot for them. Here's Pendlebury. Bouncing it inside 50. Hill went hard at it. Handball missed again. Sinclair on the up was good. Butler speculated with the handball. The heat from Collingwood's been extraordinarily good. Bouncing ball inside 50. Patton goes back and finds it Wilkie. But it's going to land with Quainer.
So they can afford to slow it down here a little now. They're 16 up, 5 minutes remaining. They can milk a little bit of the clock. Quainer in no hurry to get rid of it. Sends it long and deep. High footy. Cox at the back. Both hands on it. Off hand. Picked up by Henry. Offline. And a minor score.
St Kilda been a little bit too cute at stages. Butler with the no-look handball. Gresham in the middle before. Did the floaty forward one. Just get the ball going forward.
Sinclair can do exactly that. Into the middle. King drops what he should have taken. He's got Gresham out. He's still got Gresham out. All on his own. This is going to work. $11 points with 4 minutes to go. Game on.
Can Pendlebury bear this centre bounce, Hodgie? It's a pretty big centre bounce, this one.
You'd think so. They've put him in to have a bit of an impact, just to settle things down. 4 minutes to go.
Got a good crew in there. They've got Pendlebury, side bottom, Elliott, and maybe Dacos.
Wasn't the perfect play. King dropped it, but he got the ball moving forward. Wasn't pretty. And then Higgins was smart. Saw where Gresham was. Stayed up there a little bit longer than Gresham would have liked. Got the mark and went back and snapped the goal.
Still time here. 11-point margin. Huge centre break, this one. Pendlebury, Elliott, Lipinski, Grundy in there for the Magpies. Lipinski's going to get the clearance. Goes to Noble. Noble now off the standing start. 2-on-1. Mason Wood flies. Couldn't get it. Cox. Wonderful handball to Myercheck. Myercheck just put it out in front of Bianco there. Didn't quite run onto it. Caught the tackle though. Wilkie. Handball to Hill. Hill was able to dodge and weave. He did very well under real pressure. And a neat little ball. Now they can get it and go. Gresham's got it at centre-half forward. No time wasted here. Long ball to Marshall. He can handball to King if he wants. He's ignored that and Wood. Plays on. Beautiful centering ball to Butler. He too can go. Butler, here's the kick on the way and the mark is taken. Free kick, no to Marshall. Wood's got it.
On the ball.
And holding the ball. He did the dance around. He didn't dispose of it in a fair time. And thus the margin free.
Was that a free kick against Hayes?
Let's have a look here.
Oh, yeah.
So nice, Page.
Jeez. Might have just dodged a little bullet. Collingwood. Wilkie, Grundy. Adams. Tracked down by Battle, but got the kick away. Howard.
Should Collingwood put Myercheck behind the ball, Hodgie, or not?
You'll be looking to slow down. Take this mark, switch it out, try and maintain the ball here. Don't need to go quick.
Lipinski.
They'll be just chipping marking, trying to run a minute off the clock.
Myercheck. They go back to Dacos.
This is where St Kilda need to go and man up.
Dacos got to sit a high one up. Mason Cox. Good result.
And 30 seconds off the clock as well.
Hasn't had a big night, Mason Cox, but has competed really hard, and that is a big contested mark right at the right time.
Unlikely to properly have a shot, but he'll act as if he's going to, and as BT says, 30 seconds go.
He's no chance of the distance from there, but he's within his rights to rip the 30 seconds off.
Once he got inside 50. Henry! Almost in from the side. And still with the relieving kick.
High ball. King's got to get hold of this. Over the back, couldn't reel it in. Pendlebury. And a beautiful little kick. Fortunate for Henry. And this will send the Saints fans home. Henry with a shot from 35 out directly in front to extend it to 17.
Great comp. 2-on-1 there, Quaino. Got it to ground. Really good contest by him.
Right behind him. Is that the game?
I love it. The Magpie Army. We saw the Blues last night and their fans going completely nuts.
I think the St Kilda supporters have called it. Yep. There's a few starting to leave now. It's been an entertaining game, though.
Fantastic game.
Collingwood started off. Great fight back by St Kilda. I thought they were in all sorts.
Pies fans go home too with a new style to think about.
Yeah.
If we come next week, we know we're going to see some excitement, some play on, some forward footy.
So much to like about their game.
Yeah. It's been a good game to watch. Enjoyable game.
1 from 1 for the new coach. Out of the middle go the Pies. Side bottom's been brilliant. Noble checks the ball nicely. Filipinski, who's had plenty of it. This is going to be possession number 30.
They're the players you've got to find if you're looking at your list management, aren't you? Players that are maybe not quite getting a game at another club that are in and out a little bit. It's been a really good pickup.
Noble. Again, a couple of big flyers come at it. They get in each other's way. Cox and Dugowie flicked back. Saints have found one in Henry, in Hayes, I should say. It's been superb. Sinclair, and drop it over the top, but it had too much heat on it for Higgins.
Madgen to tidy it up to Quainer. Missed the intended target, so the Saints will get it back. And with 15 seconds remaining, they may well kick a goal, but to no avail. King able to grab hold of the footy, give it to Gresham. Gresham to Crouch. Crouch with a little gimme kick to the top of the square. Well defended by Myatek. There he is behind the footy. Quaynor and Collingwood win round 1 against the Saints by 17 points in front of a crowd of 40,000. Family, the Dacos family, and there's the two boys. And Nick Dacos with his debut. 27 possessions, one more than his father had on debut. It's a great effort. We're going to see a lot of this young man. He's a beauty. Elliott was good tonight, JB, wasn't he?
Brilliant. Just a pleasure to watch the Collingwood of 2022 go about it. It's brilliant. Down to you, Abby.
Yeah, thank you, JB. Down here with the superb Pendles. Congratulations. A round 1 win, 4 points in the bank. You were tested, but you've got to be happy with that.
Yeah, very happy with that. It's just said before the game to the boys, it's just amazing to be back in front of this. Like, we just really appreciated getting here, the fans, the occasion. Yeah, it's just awesome. It's been awesome watching the footy all so far this round, and yeah, don't underestimate all the people watching at home and the fans, how much this means to us.
Yeah, absolutely, well said. But I guess on on the win, what is the most pleasing aspect? Because as I said, you were tested, the Saints kept coming, they kept coming, but you were just able to really stem it home when it mattered.
Yeah, I think we didn't go into our shells. Probably 15 minutes we did, but you know, kick 5 or 6 goals in the last quarter and kick over 100 points. We wanted to score and felt like we certainly created some chances. And as you said, our first 10 minutes of the third quarter was electrifying, and then our next 15 minutes the power got turned out, but we managed to fight back on and turn it around in the last quarter.
New coach, new leadership, a new style, but Craig McRae obviously takes his first victory as head coach tonight, but what impact has he had on the group since he arrived?
Yeah, he's been great. He's been, you know, embracing the imperfections of the game, and you know, it was messy at times tonight, but we want that. We want a chaos game, and it's a bit of a new brand for us, but we're embracing it, and we've got so much growth to go, but he's just been so positive with us. Even his three-quarter time was all about taking the game on, getting after the Saints, and it was great.
Thanks, Pendle. Let's go and enjoy this with the fans.
Cheers, thank you. Cheers.
Jeff Brown, new president. He'll be loving it.
Gets his first win.
Coach is ecstatic, big smile on his face. Interviews from the rooms. We're going to hear from the coaches.
Got to be calm persona, hasn't he?
Yes. Down to you again, Abby.
Yeah, thanks, JB. I'm here with the Decisive boys, but a huge night for the family. Congratulations. But Nick, I'll come to you first. Was it everything that you ever imagined it would be and more?
Yeah, it was unreal. Obviously, to get the win firstly was just amazing, and then to play for the great club was, yeah, just unreal. So I'm super proud.
And what about you, Josh? How proud are you of your younger brother and how he's simply just burst onto the scenes across the pre-season and he's already made AFL football?
Unbelievable. I couldn't be prouder of him. He's a great teammate to have, and long-time dream to play with him, so it was awesome tonight to get the win.
And Nick, I guess who's really taken you under their wing since you've arrived at the footy club? I imagine Pendles has had a big say in your game off half-back in particular.
Yeah, Pendles has been great. Johnny Noble's another one, Isaac Quainer, Jeremy Howe, they've all been great. We've got a really good backline crew, great leaders in there, so yeah, I've been very fortunate.
Well, as I said, it has been a big night for the family. I want to take your eyes to this screen, your goal, and just the family's reaction. It was a beautiful snap around the body. But as we said, you loved it, yes, but your family loved it even more. So how special is that to have them in the crowd looking on?
Awesome. Dad can't help himself. He's always celebrating over the top. But yeah, it's great to have them all here, and yeah, awesome.
Well, congratulations, guys. Go and enjoy it. And Nick, you picked your dad in his debut by 1, so you can let him know that on the way home as well. See you, boys.
Smiles all round. Friday night post-game brought to you by the Next Generation Ford Ranger. Great scenes there for the Collingwood Footy Club, for the Decisive boys, for the new coach Craig McRae. He had the smile coming down the race. He's getting mobbed by the faithful. Just great scenes. Not so much from a St Kilda point of view, but right now it's all about the Magpies, 17-point victors.
Yeah, well, and how good's that? Like a couple of Decisive boys, the brothers, and as you said, mate, the proud father that would be looking out at that.
What a thrill.
It's just a great result.
Like, we've all got boys, and to think that you would see your boys running around in your colours with their brother must be a pretty amazing feeling.
And both played well.
Both played really well. So
and Mum, don't worry, Mum's every bit as proud as Dad up in the grandstand as well. So
she's put the whole thing together.
They've had a magnificent night, those boys. And hey, we've got a contest there in the third quarter. We'll get to St Kilda and we'll unpack some of the disappointment around that. But I think from a supporter's point of view, a Collingwood point of view, you come along to the game and you hear a lot of talk about change and how it's a fresh start and all those things, and then you hold your breath and hope it happens. You walk away tonight having seen some difference.
Well, in that interview, Pendle spoke about embracing a chaos game, and that we've known that of Richmond over the years, and that's probably Fly's brought that to the table. Definitely going forward off contest more, and St Kilda were playing offside a lot. We spoke about it at half-time. They won more of the ball, which gave them a chance to go and score. But overarchingly, Collingwood in the second half, their pressure was over 200. So, and that's an extreme level. So when a St Kilda player has the ball, the heat on them was huge in the second half. When Collingwood needed to lift, they did, and it was based on ball winning and pressure.
When you think about Collingwood coming into this season, I think the reason they were pretty hard to get a read on was because you looked at their elite talent and they were really top-heavy with some absolute stars. We know Pendlebury and Taylor Adams and De Goey and all these boys. But well, tonight we saw a lot from the younger players. Like the Decisive boys clearly played really well. Ginnivan, McCreary
Henry had moments,
really good moments, didn't he? Where you saw a bit of a glimpse into the future for this group.
Let's have a listen to this. We got the Blues last night, who I don't know, the Carlton supporters are as vociferous as anyone, and now we've got the Collingwood chant going.
Yeah, well, I miss that now. I miss it.
You
now.
do miss it now.
Yeah, well, that exact thing, the Collingwood chant, having the crowd back. You know, you can't rewind, and in the